In the previous episode, we saw that Momo brings Okaru to her home where an alien attacks them. Using her intelligence, Momo manages to defeat the alien but faints afterwards. Her fainting causes Okaru's curse to go out of control, transforming him into Turbo Granny. Later, a TV program features a psychic named Santa Dodoria, who tells a celebrity's life story just by looking at their face. She claims the celebrity is 27 years old, has a wife and a child, and loves curry. However, everything she says turned out to be wrong. The celebrity reveals he is only 20, single, and prefers ramen. After the show, the manager wonders how the psychic could be so wrong since even a child could guess the celebrity's age and status correctly. Meanwhile, Santa Dodoria takes a taxi to go home. The driver recognizes her from the TV and asks if she really has a psychic powers. Santa Dodoria asks him to stop the car, wanting to get out. The driver thinks she is angry, but she warns him to leave immediately if he doesn't want to die. Back to Momo's house, Turbo Granny, now transformed, grabs Momo's leg and is about to eat her. Suddenly, a psychic lady attacks Turbo Granny, knocking her into a river. The woman turns out to be Momo's grandmother, Seiko. Seiko had thought Momo had brought another troublemaker home, but this time it's a monster. Turbo Granny tries to sneak up and attack Seiko from behind, but as soon as she gets close, she burns. Seiko reveals that she expected this and had set up a trap. Turbo Granny is now stuck in a magical circle. If she crosses the line, she will burn. Seiko explains that she created a protective barrier using a nail and a circle. The barrier keeps Turbo Granny from touching her. Furious, Turbo Granny threatens to kill and eat Seiko. She doesn't intend to keep her trapped. She plans to destroy her. Seiko beats Turbo Granny with a bat and traps her further by drawing another circle with a pencil. This reduces Turbo Granny's speed. The monster mocks Seiko, calling her an old hag, but Seiko laughs, saying it's funny for one old woman to insult another. Turbo Granny warns Seiko that if she dies, the boy Okaru will die too. Seiko says she doesn't care. Anyone who deceives her granddaughter deserves to die. Seiko then grabs the nail inside the circle, causing Turbo Granny to burn to ashes. Later, Momo wakes up in her room and rushes downstairs to find her grandmother watching cartoons. Momo asks where Okaru is, saying it's important to stay with him. Seiko casually replies that she killed the monster, with shocking Momo. She asks if the monster had glasses. Seiko teases Momo, reminding her how she used to call her a fake spirit medium. Annoyed, Momo apologizes and asks where Okaru is. Seiko tells her to check the shrine. Angrily, Momo warns her grandmother that if anything happened to Okaru, she wouldn't forgive her. Momo runs to the shrine, remembering how Okaru was just an innocent occult fan who wanted to make friends. She feels guilty for pushing him into the haunted tunnel. At the shrine, she finds Okaru happily eating rice. Relieved, Momo teases him for still being alive despite her fears. Seiko explains that as long as Okaru stays in the shrine, he will be fine. But if he leaves, he'll turn back into a monster. Hearing this, Momo feels guilty and wants to help him. She admits that she can now use psychic powers, which she unlocked when trapped in a UFO. Seiko dismisses the idea of UFOs, but Momo reminds her she used to think the same way. Seiko then explains how dangerous Turbo Granny is, recalling how she terrorized the country and was once called the 100-kilo Granny. Seiko had tried to confront Turbo Granny when she started living in the tunnel, but the area's spiritual power was too strong. Seiko then explains location-bound spirits, which are spirits tied to a particular place where they are most powerful. She believes Turbo Granny is connected to such a spirit in the tunnel, making her even more dangerous and almost impossible to defeat. That's why Seiko tells Momo to forget this boy and return to her normal life. Momo wonders what Kenta Kakura would have done if he were in her place. Whenever she can decide, she thinks like Kenta Kakura. If Kenta Kakura were in Momo's place, he would surely help Okaru, and Momo decides to do the same. Seiko teases Momo, saying you have fallen in love. To this, Momo replies, I'm talking about actor Kenta Kakura. Seiko then explains how to defeat Granny. She suggests playing tag with Granny because Granny is very proud of her speed. If you challenge her to a game of tag, she will accept it. Since the entire city is this location-based spirits area, they must chase Granny outside the city to weaken her. Only then might they have a chance to defeat her. Momo asks if they can create a barrier outside the tunnel like the one they have at home. Seiko explains that talisman get their powers from the gods of the specific place, and since every location has different gods, Seiko can't use her powers outside her city. This means the city is Seiko's area, so the only way to defeat Granny is by playing tag with her. If Okaru starts training today, he can run as fast as Granny. Okaru sarcastically says, oh, someone remembered I'm here too. Momo points out that Okaru has no stamina and she will always need to stay close to him to keep his curse in control. Seiko suggests Okaru carry Momo on his shoulders. Okaru replies that his strength only doubles in curse mode. To this, Seiko advises him to working out immediately and do every exercise 100 times. Momo needs to improve her psychic powers too. Seiko says she can help them beyond this. She asks them to sleep so they can start training tomorrow and leaves. Okaru tells Momo that her grandmother looks really young. He then apologizes for not being much help in the alien fight and for making Momo protect him. He promises that in the next fight, he will save her. Okaru falls asleep at the shrine, and the next morning Seiko watches the news. The truth about the celebrity she mentioned earlier comes out. He is really 27 years old and already married. Everything Seiko said about him was true, and now all the news channels are reporting it. Momo brings tea for Okaru, but he urgently needs the bathroom. However, Momo's powers don't work if there is a door or wall between them. This means Momo must watch Okaru, but both feel embarrassed. Seiko asks Momo how she controls the curse. Momo explains that she sees an aura around Okaru. When she compresses it with her hand, it becomes smaller, keeping the curse under control. She can see auras in people, plants, stones, and houses. By moving these auras, she can manipulate small areas. Momo recalls that when her powers first awakened, they were much stronger and she could do anything she wanted. But now she can only move small things. Seiko advises Momo to close her eyes and feel the aura using her other senses. When Momo tries this, Okaru transforms. He complains that he can't hold it anymore and runs into another house. Momo stops him, but he ends up going to her house to relieve himself, feeling very embarrassed. Okaru declares that he must get rid of the curse soon. Seiko says Momo's true power was what she unlocked earlier, but it's now sealed. To regain it, she will need extensive training, which will take time. Suddenly, Turbo Granny appears in the bathroom, freezing Seiko and making her nose bleed. Peeking through Okaru, Granny tells Momo that her curse is like a virus. She can kill anyone Okaru has seen, including Momo's grandmother. Granny threatens to kill everyone around Okaru unless Momo meets her in the tunnel that night. After Granny leaves, everything returns to normal. Seiko regains consciousness and notices that the talisman at the home is also burned. Momo explains what happened. Before they leave that night, Seiko gives them special outfits to protect them from evil spirits. However, the outfits are old-fashioned. Seiko hugs Momo, telling her take care and return alive. Momo and Okaru set off on a bicycle, but later catch a train to save time. Momo is furious at Granny for threatening her grandmother and vows to teach her a lesson. On the train, Momo changes into modern clothes and prepares to fight Turbo Granny. The episode ends here. Will Momo and Okaru defeat Turbo Granny? Stay tuned for the next episode. If you like this video, please like and share it. If you're new to our channel, don't forget to subscribe and hit the bell icon so you never miss an update. Thank you for watching.